Woo woo woo. Sorry, we're a couple minutes late. We're rendering a couple of videos, things we're talking about tomorrow because, man, there's a lot of things happening and going on with the Vikings and the whole COVID stuff. Because, first off, I think it's absolute bullshit. That the Vikings Texans is on as scheduled, and the Tennessee Titans, who by the way play at home as opposed to the Vikings who have to travel, just got rescheduled magically to Monday. Cool. So yeah, so the team that did not knowingly infect another team, they get punished, but the Titans were like, oh, man, I was like, oh, my little Tennessee Titans, like we understand that you flaunted the rules, and then you played a bunch of players who are fairly highly elevated COVID risk, but and again, for the 17,000th time. Yes, I understand that COVID, highly infectious, very low mortality rate, especially amongst this demographic. But again, the NFL, the COVID rules are the friggin' rules, right? It's like we talked about yesterday. Before they changed the NFL rules on weed, I did not care if players smoked. I have no moral objection against it, but it was the rule. And even though it's a stupid rule, if you smoked weed and you got caught and you're suspended, it takes you off the field, and then all of a sudden it's an issue, right? So you may disagree with the rule, but it is what it is. So we're here for the live stream. Got a bunch going on. Thank you very much for coming along and making us part of your day. We're just trying to keep tabs on all the news that's going on. Oh, Rick Spielman and certified athletic trainer / virus infection control officer Eric Sugarman having a press conference right now. I'm sure that'll just be very informative. Now they'll just talk and say nothing. Anyway, so purpleftw.com/support. You want to support the channel? We got a bunch of Q&A, and let's get it on. So first off, Jack Lynch, rank the Vikings starting quarterbacks in the 2010s decade. All right. So 2010s. So that'd be. You get Favre. You get Favre. Well, does that count? Yeah. All right. So we got Favre, except it's 2010 Favre, not 09 Favre. We got Favre, McNabb, Ponder, Freeman. Man, there's too. I need a list in front of me. All right, so full list. So 2010 will be the cutoff. Oh, Jumpin' Joe Webb. Oh, T-Jack. R.I.P. by the way. All right, so I would put. Ugh. Oh man, so I might be controversial. I'm gonna put Keenum 1 because his 1 year was just amazing. So Keenum 1. I'll go, and again, this is 2010 Favre, not 09. So I'll go Keenum 1, Cousins 2, Teddy 3, Healthy Bradford 4. Oh, Sean Hill 5. Just playing. 2010 Favre 5. Castle 6. Castle is actually decent. Castle 6. I guess Ponder 7. Sean Hill 8. No, Joe Webb 8. T-Jack 9. Sean Hill 10. Mannion 11. Josh Freeman 12. I mean, that one Josh Freeman game was. I mean, the Sean Mannion game, week 17 last year against the Bears was bad, but I mean that Freeman game will be talked about for ages. Preacher Paul, hauling it for all y'all. Just be careful what you wish for. Tanking isn't always the answer to the team as a whole. Just needs to grow a pair instead of kicking me and mine. Just saying thanks, Andy. Hey, thank you. That's a good point. Game of Jones. I personally love Zimmer and Spielman, but someone has to take the fall for the season. Chris Carter says you need a fall guy. If one had to go, who would you prefer and why? Well, it complicates things because Spielman technically has the authority to fire Zimmer. If I had to pick one, guard issues aside, I don't think it's necessarily a talent issue on this team. I think it is coaching. I think it is motivation. I think it is getting prepared. So I think that's on Zimmer. So I would fire Zim, even though it's a much more expensive contract to eat rather than Spielman. Matthew Collins. Is the unique trade combo of Zimmer plus Cousins plus Harris trade to the Jets for their first rounder a possibility? Can we throw a bar in there too? Well, coaches have been traded before. They haven't been traded in conjunction with players. Also, as bad as things have been, Sam Darnold isn't really the problem. Everything else around him is the problem. I still like Darnold. Like, honestly, if you gave me a straight-up Cousins for Darnold trade, I would take it. Joe Silva. I'll be really cursed. 4 Super Bowl appearances, no rings. 98 Vikings, guaranteed some bum kick. Yeah, probably. And like I've complained about before, I mean, at least our grandparents had the 4 Super Bowl losses. Like, we can't even get to one. Like, we have NFC title games. Verts FN. Is there one player that you think the Vikings could have drafted instead of the player that they did draft? Who would it be? There's one player that you think the Vikings are. Aaron Donald instead of Anthony Barr. Yeah, I'm not going to go down the Timberwolves missed on Steph Curry twice rabbit hole of 2005, where it's like, the Vikings could have drafted Aaron Rodgers twice. And it's like, no, screw that noise. Yeah, Dante Culpepper, 2004, coming off an MVP adjacent type season. So don't miss me with all that. Andrew Anderson. Dre is worst rating in league at guard. Drew is worst rated guard in the league. Why don't they keep rotating people so someone can do the job? That's a good point. Like, you do have to balance the short hook as opposed to just give him some time. Arturo, but 2 games. If he struggles mightily again next week or Sunday, they should consider things. Arturo Cavillo. Why are you not hired by the Vikings to fix their own line yet? They couldn't afford me. Charlie Boltman. Who's the next Vikings defense coordinator? Johnny Mitchell, D'Amico Ryans, Jared Mayo, Andre Patterson. I do wonder what would happen if they just flipped it all the way to Dre. Because I don't know if this co-regional manager stuff is working. Man, I forgot that Gerard Mayo's on the Patriots. On the Patriots staff. Is he calling plays? D'Amico Ryans. I liked D'Amico Ryans back in the day when he was with the Texans. Like, he was a dude. I'd just take D'Amico Ryan. Screw it. Why not? Chase and Gelke. Say something ridiculously stupid that'll piss off a fan of another team. I want to see some more rage comments. I feel like we do that enough and all the time. And I feel like, we need to say something that isn't slanderous. Or, which one is when you say slander or libel? We'll say enough in organic conversation. Andrew Anderson. We don't like being controversial just for controversy's sake. I want to see the Vikings win the Super Bowl before I die. Hopefully you live a long time, man. Why do you think we've never won one? Random luck. Living in the dumbest simulation. What was your favorite year that we should? What was the favorite year that we should have won one? Probably 2009. But also 2017, because it was just perfect, man. Lost Dalvin Cook, Case Keenum playing out of his mind, home Super Bowl, Prince, and then giggity goo. I probably don't care, but Tom Grossi has a live stream every Friday night, and you should be a guest on his stream. Also, road to 30K. I don't care about other channels, other streams, other whatevers. We do our thing. We have our little community here. Love the Jeromes. And also, like I said, like every other Packer insult besides go Pack go, as well as the very creative insult, the Vi Queens. Just come up with that yourself. We missed it at the Mensa meeting. But also, like, every other Packer comment is like, well, Tom Grossi is better than you. Again, I don't care. Tom Grossi is talented. We are not. So I think we're playing over our skis, so it's all good. Andrew Anderson, do they think they had rushed so quick on the last drive with a minute 44 to go, realistic like 25 yards? That is a good point. The Vikings had about a 41% chance of winning, especially after the Jeffrey Simmons legal hands of face. But Sam Mahana, are the Vikings in rebuild mode? No, they're still in reload mode. Mitchell Sud. If you had to identify just one problem that needs to be fixed with the 2020 Vikings so far, what would be our biggest problem? I think it's lack of pass rush. Offensive line is the offensive line. It's whatever. But the offense is putting up points. Dalvin's obviously getting it done. Justin Jefferson, they're finally unleashing. So the problem is the defense, and I'm a front to back kind of guy. That's what she said. I think it does all start up front. So the Vikings not getting penetration against the run, getting gashed on first down, as well as not getting consistent heat on the quarterback, both on the edge, including Yannick, by the way, and especially on the interior. And then the Vikings are having to blitz, and then they're getting picked apart on the blitz when the blitz doesn't even get there. And yeah, if you can rush the passer, it makes life a lot easier for the cornerback. So it is a front to back issue. King Husky Turtle Shark Kool-Aid Man. It's a great screen name. If anyone on the team tests positive, who do you think it would be? Who on the team would you not like to be tested positive? Well, I don't want anyone testing positive, but just through happenstance. So Daquan Jones, the Titans nose tackle, was, I believe, from what's been reported so far, has been the only Titan who has only regular Titans player starter who was tested positive, because I think it was like the backup tight end and like the long snapper. Maybe like the backup long snapper. But so, yeah, I mean, anyone on the Vikings interior offensive line would probably be prime candidates. They would be the ones to watch just because they're in such close proximity to their nose tackle. I mean, he played 51 freaking snaps. But, nah. Andrew Anderson, how many primetime games does Kirk have, and how many comeback wins does he have? I don't know, and I don't know. Andrew Anderson, man, it's a lot. Andrew Anderson. We're just going to start picking and choosing. Gavin C. What's up, Carl, Andy, son? Which is worse? Weird comparison. The Vikings O-line or the Ravens wide receiver room? Seems like the 2019 Gophers or even 2017 Colorado State team had a better wide receiver room. I kind of like the Ravens receiver room. So you got Hollywood Brown. You got Boykin. You got Devin Duvernay. Returned that one for a touchdown. He was great. I liked him coming out of Texas. You got James Prochet from SMU, who I really loved. Let's see. Also, let us know where you're watching from. I'll give a couple shout-outs. I always like doing that. Chris Moore. Chris Moore used to be on the Seahawks, I think. Or am I just making things up? I don't like the other. No. Oh, and also the corpse of Willie Snead. Cool. Willie 4th and 10 Minneapolis Miracle game. By the way, Willie's like the Minneapolis Miracle only happened because Willie Snead caught a 4th and 10. Pretty easy conversion on Mac Alexander. People forget that. Next up is Trey Billmeyer. Hear me out. Sue the Titans for millions. Use that money to help pay off Zimmer and fire him. I mean, that's fair. And honestly, we live in a very litigious society, and the Titans definitely showed a degree of negligence when it came to their COVID protocols. I mean, you had your defense coordinator test positive on Saturday, and incubation period can be 2 to 7 days, and you're just like, what? As I just realized that I hit the stop stream button, which is just great. Skull from Wausau, Wisconsin, Purple Rain. Going on. My answers are always really, really good too, but whatevs. Let's see here. Silence, El Paso, Texas. What's going on? Zach Ballaskull from Northern Colorado. What is up? Ethan Griffith, Mendota Heights. Pulford Skull. Hashtag Coronagate, Nashville. What's going on? Yeah, the Titans did just absolutely just screw the Vikings here, but what can you do? Let's see. Next up is Gabriel Lee Morgan, St. Cloud. Oh, yeah, that was on me. Error by me. Sam Schobeck, $10 in the super chat. Twins about to pull a 38-7 against Astros today. Damn fruitly. Damn straight. So we'll go back and read some of these questions because I skipped a couple of them. Zero. Did we do this one? Yeah. Robert, most promising cornerback next 3 or 4 years. Dantzler, I like his size as well as youth as opposed to Gladney. Bryson Kent, recalled Super Bowl team. yeah, so Kubiak's flaws, they doesn't involve the playbook. So worked in Denver, got stale with the Texans. Ravens, it was a one undone, and the Broncos, when they won the Super Bowl, was more Peyton's offense. So it's got a point. Dalvin Cook is the best running back in the NFL. Unique Ngakoue and Anthony Harris are going to be free agents after the season. Who would you rather see the Vikings extend franchise tag, and who would you let walk? I would let Harris walk. I like Harris a lot, but he's over 30 or going to be over 30. Yannick is young, as well as he plays a more premium position. All right, it'll cost more, but it's a more important position. Pulford Skull, imagine what this team would be like with Watson, Mahomes, or Wilson having the tight ends stealing. Yeah, life gets easier when you have a good quarterback. Odd. Oakview, why the F are Minnesota sports like this? Literally everything. Twins are on the longest playoff losing streak in the history of the world of sports and are about to get out of the playoffs, and they should be a contender to win the World Series. That's what happens. 3-game series. Didn't take care of it. Game 1, get done 2-3. Ethan Griffith, plug some merch for producer Allie. No. Edit producer Allie, promise to buy 5 shirts to make an appearance on one of the videos to give us your take. Oh, we could do that. Robert Barweiler, if you could dump one of these with no financial implications, who'd you drop? Zimmer, Spielman, Cousins, or Barr? I guess Cousins. If there's no financial implications, I guess Cousins, and then just start clean at QB. World 2 General Vince Vaughn, I hope Dantzler can come back. Yeah, it would be great to have an injury report, except, they're not in the building. I mean, that's Zimmer's wet dream. Just, hey, you don't have to file an injury report if the facility's closed. There you go. Chase and Gelke. Chase and Gelke. If you put a blonde mustache and a helmet and horns on Trevor Lawrence and take a picture from the side, he looks like an exact copy of the Vikings logo. I feel like you could do that with any white dude. And there's too many parameters. Yeah, so all right, so yeah, putting the mustache and then the hair and the horn. Yeah, basically any white dude with like a strong jaw like that. That's yeah. All right, next up is Pulford Skull. Start Dantzler, Gladney, Boyd, Harrison hand rotational, and Mike Hughes if he ever plays again. Bench practice squad Hill. I'm all for getting rid of Holton Hill. Kyle Hinton, Ezra play guards. Hinton, yes. Ezra, yeah. Also, it's funny. You realize that the Vikings drafted 3 college tackles because Brandel was a tackle, Ezra was a tackle, Hinton was a tackle. Titans swarm the inside, and it's a major issue. Justin Jefferson, higher degree. Move Kirk outside the pocket, like literally every play. He does okay there. Yes. Hey, Andrew Luck, what's up? Want to play some football? Andrew Luck strikes me as the kind of guy who only played football because he had. His dad played football, Oliver Luck, back in the day. Plus, he was good at it. But, I mean, his real passion is engineering. Like, you should hear this jabroni talk about cement. He ain't coming back. He ain't. Westworld, our defense is struggling because it's missing George Edwards. Well, it's not true. Also, I think firing Jerry Gray, that was a dumb decision, too. Andrew Anderson, when do we stop trade and picking free agent quarterback? It's like the Browns. I hate look like Packers are go after your QB, go get him. Charlie Bowman, Vikings federal players added to the COVID-19 list during training camp, and yet the facility remained open. This is boiling down as a built-in excuse for Spielman and Zimmer to keep their jobs as the facility closes self-mandated by the Vikings and not the league. 0 positive tests through 3 days. Well, yeah, I think also the league and teams are being super cautious about this one, as well as F the Titans. F the Titans, man, like straight in the face. Brett G. I didn't see the new video yet for new practice squad safety Luther Kirk from Illinois State. Yeah, I didn't see him. Nah, maybe we'll get to it. Game of Sal. Should we keep Barr or should we try and trade him? Try and trade him or just cut him. Get out from under that contract. Eric Young. If you had to choose between choose a theme song for the Minnesota Vikings, what song would you choose? I will make you hurt. Or is there a better one? Nah, that's a good one. And you can have it all, my empire, dirt. Also, if you yourself played football, which position would you play? What jersey? Read more. Would you want? I would be a very squatty and smaller nose tackle or 3-tech, and I would pick 69. Nice. Mano Jiskis. I say screw it. Feed Jefferson 15 targets a game and let Dalvin have 25 carries and hope they both do good. That may have to be the offense going forward. I mean, Thielen's still getting wide receiver 1 attention, and then all of a sudden Justin Jefferson. Woo. Matt Carpenter. Who would be the best and worst Vikings player to live with, in your opinion? Worst, probably Michael Pierce, since he's you're so concerned about COVID, like you'd be afraid to cough in front of him. Best? I feel like Kendricks would be a great roommate. Kendrick's super quiet dude. I feel like he's a very, not like OCD, but I get some like very clean room, very clean household type vibe from Kendricks. So yeah, I pick Kendricks. Landon Miller. Am I the only one who thinks the Cardinals should go back to their old uniforms? That solid red looks so good. No, I think they look good now. Are you into guitars all? Currently saving for an American Sonic Blue Fender Telecaster. I'm not. Like, I know there's 3 kinds of guitars. I know that there's an acoustic. I know that there's a Fender, and I know that there's a Gibson. That's all. Landon Miller. I was researching people from my hometown, Montclair. I came across Gary Cuozzo. He's an NFL quarterback for the Vikings and blah, 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 blah. Following your, or so you might appreciate it. So I'll be back tomorrow with another football player, Montclair. Yeah, I do not, like, I know the name. I know that he was back in the day, but yeah. Big Grover. It's a small sample size, but Xavier Rhodes is the highest rated cornerback in the NFL by PFF. Is this another indictment on Zimmer's coaching? Well, it's not an indictment because he went there to Indianapolis. By the way, the Colts D-backs safeties coach is Alan Williams, who was the Vikings defensive coordinator the last couple of years under Leslie Frazier, which I just think is funny. It just comes home to roost. But yeah, Xavier can still play. He didn't allow a catch against the Vikings. Also, the one target that came his way, he broke it up. He had 2 picks against the Jets, but it's the Jets. So I think it's probably somewhere in the middle. I think Xavier was not expired yet. I think that potentially changing his role and what he was asked to do as opposed to what Zimmer was jamming down his throat makes sense. So, boy. Westworld, thoughts on why KJ Osborne was inactive? I think they did question the way he was handling punt returns the first 2 weeks. And also, they just wanted to get Chad Beebe out on the field. You saw that he played a pretty decent number of snaps on offense, so I think that was part of it. Violet Valkyrie, if you could replace Zimmer and draft Cousins' replacement, who would you want? Cousins' replacement. Yeah. You can live with Zim for a while. You've won with Zimmer before. But yeah, drafting Cousins' replacement. And even, I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be Trevor Lawrence. I mean, I like Trey Lance. I like Justin Fields. I like Kyle Trask. I like Costello. I like Tanner Morgan. I like Brock Purdy. I mean, there's a lot of, I like Ellinger from Texas. I mean, there's some really interesting names coming up in this draft. Andrew Anderson, who be best rookie at end of the year? Gladney or Dantzler? Well, Jefferson, but I'll pick Dantzler. And they'll both be starting next year. World Tour General Vince Vaughn. The Minnesota sports curse is real in 2020. Yeah, you just wait until the Wolves F up the number 1 overall pick. Pulverfoot Skull. Vikings have signed Luther Kirk. Yeah, I guess I missed the Luther Kirk thing. We'll get on it. Actually, is this real? Luther Kirk is a good name, though. Yeah, I guess he did sign. Oh, it was yesterday, even. Man, we're really off the ball. Wait, it was like 2 days ago? Well, shit. Might just skip it then. Hunter Williams. Hey, what's up, Skull from Savage? Do you think the Twins will keep their losing streak intact today? I hope not. Nope, they win by 7. Isaac Winter, who's your favorite Packer? Current or all-time? I guess current, I like Bakhtiari. Respect. All-time, still Favre. I mean, I even if Favre didn't come to the Vikings, I still like Favre. he's just fun to watch. I guess non-Favre. Oh, Sterling Sharp was a dude. I mean, if Sterling Sharp didn't get hurt, he's first ballot Hall of Famer. He'd be up there. He may be up there with like Chris Carter, Randy Moss, Fitz, Gerald Rice. Yeah, he'd be up there. Andrew Anderson, Sam Bradford, Kirk Cousins. Healthy Bradford, and again, big caveat, big if of healthy, but healthy Bradford was a dude. Henrik Byerlev. Have you ever eaten at El Triunfo in Northfield? Nay. You talk about El Pastor and other dishes. I haven't checked them out lately, but they'll be put on the list of things to do. Will Irv Smith start to become Northfield? St. Olaf, Carlton. It's got a nice vibe. Will Irv Smith Jr. start to become utilized more often down the seam? He better. I mean, he's playing snaps. He's played like 102 snaps. So, yeah. Brady Miller, who do you think is the Vikings head coach? Right now? It's a good question. Future head coach? I would take Bieniemy. I would take Lincoln Riley. If Harbaugh wanted to come back to the NFL, because I think Harbaugh's temperament works in the NFL, I don't think it works in college, and it's obviously not working. If Harbaugh wanted to skip out on Michigan and come back to the league, I would give him consideration. Jaleel Reed, Brett Favre is the Cougar mom who let you do things other girls wouldn't. Oh boy, but accidentally pooped the bed. Christian Ponder is the 8 you thought was hot until you learned she couldn't read and drooled. I mean, Taylor Bridgewater, the high school sweater who died on prom night. Bradford's the one complicated relationship you thought might work. Case Keenum was the one that's expect a one-night stand. Kirk Cousins, the inevitable divorce that costs you half your money and all your youth. I mean, that Cousins one is accurate. Absolutely. Angel Negron, your team is trash, and you said, guys, we're going 14-2. Now you're 0-3. I'm going to pin that one. What's the point? Got no point at all. All right, so that is it. Sorry for the snafu in the middle of the stream, but life happens. This is what it is. If I die, I die. We'll see you tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central Time, Daily Jeromes live stream. Keep up with the channel. Subscribe if you haven't. Skull, production value.